Ferrari's secret upgrade has been revealed, Norris is ready to bounce back at the Austrian GP, and Hamilton gives a stark warning to F1 fans. Do consider subbing. Let's get into the latest F1 news. In the world of Formula One, emotions can run high on the track, and recent events during the Canadian Grand Prix exemplify this perfectly. McLaren's Lando Norris found himself in a tough situation when he clashed with his teammate, Oscar Piastri, near the race's end. Andrea Stella, McLaren's team principal, has come forward to express unwavering support for Norris as he navigates this challenging moment. As the race unfolded, Norris attempted to overtake Piastri, but a misjudgment on his part led to a collision, damaging his car and forcing him to retire. This incident not only impacted Norris, but also meant that Piastri, who continued racing, secured his position in 4th place. Right after the incident, Norris wasted no time in expressing his regret. He apologized over the team radio even before exiting his car and sought out Piastri to extend a personal apology. Norris is known for being hard on himself, and this clash triggered concerns regarding his mental state. Team principal Andrea Stella acknowledged that Norris's feelings were understandable, especially since this misjudgment cost him valuable championship points. Despite this setback, Stella emphasized the team's commitment to standing by Norris. Stella stated that it's crucial for McLaren to support their drivers consistently, ensuring that they both have an equal opportunity to succeed. He also highlighted that the situation would have looked quite different if Norris hadn't taken responsibility for the incident. The honesty displayed by Norris in acknowledging his mistake is seen as a strength, and the team is ready to move forward through productive discussions. It's an impressive display of character when a driver can admit fault and use a difficult situation as a learning opportunity. Stella pointed out that now it's up to Norris to reflect on this episode, learn from it, and not allow any residual negative feelings to affect his performance in the future. The team is focused on preserving the dynamic between their drivers while ensuring that both continue to race competitively. The upcoming conversations between Norris and the team will be crucial. They will discuss ways to minimize mistakes while racing, sharing insights that hopefully lead to improved performance. Norris's journey to regain his confidence will involve honest evaluations, and Stella remains optimistic about the strength this experience can bring out in him. As we look toward the future, it's worth noting how such incidents can shape the trajectory of a driver's career. It can lead to growth and development, or, if not approached positively, can hinder performance. For Norris, the focus is on harnessing the lessons learned and rejecting anything that doesn't contribute to his evolution as a driver. This season continues to unfold with plenty of drama and opportunities for growth, and how Norris handles this situation could be a defining moment in his career. With full support from his team and a determined outlook, there's no doubt he will emerge stronger. Today, we dive into the gripping world of Formula One, where talent and teamwork collide on the track. After facing a tense situation between their two drivers, McLaren's team principal, Stella, reflects on the invaluable lessons learned. He emphasizes that while both drivers strive for their first Drivers' Championship title, it's vital for them to maintain equal footing regardless of their internal competition. Stella hinted at the excitement brewing for Canada 2025, asserting that it's not a question of if these two drivers will clash, but when. However, his resolve is to avoid seeing McLaren cars making contact on the track, a principle the team stands by fiercely. The recent incident stemmed from a misjudgment, a risk inherent to racing. Yet what truly stood out was Lando's immediate acknowledgement of his mistake. Taking responsibility like a true leader, he approached Stella to apologize, showcasing his commitment to the team's discipline and integrity. Moving forward, Stella insists that how they react to such challenges is critical. It's through these hard-earned experiences that McLaren can evolve and strengthen their competitive edge. As they press on, Stella remains optimistic that this incident will bring a greater focus on caution, reinforcing the principles that guide their drivers. In a lighter vein, the F1 community doesn't slow down as we transition to reflect on recent events. Lando Norris recently led heartfelt tributes to a beloved F1 presenter, showcasing the camaraderie and respect within the sport. The enthusiasm continues with Daniel Ricciardo making a surprise appearance, joining Oscar Piastri for a fun-filled game of padel, bringing smiles to fans and the grid alike. As the excitement of the upcoming season mounts, be sure to follow us for all the breaking news and standout moments from F1, including detailed insights on each driver's helmet designs for 2025 and the current circuit contracts. Stay tuned for more thrilling updates, and let's race into the next chapter of F1. Lewis Hamilton has always been a prominent figure in Formula One, but recently he's found himself in the spotlight for a different reason. As the sport's popularity escalates, Hamilton notes that it has also birthed a more intense environment, one that's unfortunately accompanied by a distressing rise in online abuse. This year, young drivers like Jack Doohan, Yuki Tsunoda, and Alex Dunn have faced a wave of vile interactions online. Doohan, for instance, was recently dropped by Alpine, but not before enduring significant harassment, particularly after a manipulated image of his father was circulated, mocking a crash during the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. The cruel caption read, "Very impressive," accompanied by laughter emojis, a mark of the contempt often directed at these athletes. Reacting to the abusive comments, Doohan turned to social media to voice his concerns, pleading, "Please stop harassing my family." His heartfelt message underscores how the situation has escalated to a point where personal grievances bleed into public discourse. Likewise, Tsunoda, who had an on-track dispute with Colapinto, expressed the need for fans to control their energy, emphasizing that such passion should be a positive force, not a destructive one. Colapinto, feeling the weight of fan expectation as well, urged his followers to demonstrate respect for their fellow drivers and appealed for a calmer atmosphere on social media. Meanwhile, Hamilton recognizes that this surge of online negativity is a growing predicament that's not confined to F1. It's pervasive across all sports. As we venture into the future of Formula One, the landscape is markedly different. Hamilton pointed out the challenges today's drivers must navigate, noting that the intensity has peaked due to the sport's fame. "The times have changed," he explained. "Social media presence and online abuse were not factors when I entered the sport." Hamilton admires the resilience of the younger generation who have stepped into this challenging environment, noting that their ability to handle such pressures as they rise in the sport speaks volumes about their maturity. It's no small feat to balance the thrill of competition with the weight of public scrutiny and hostility. In conclusion, as Formula One continues to expand its reach, the importance of fostering a respectful community among fans and drivers is more crucial than ever. Online abuse should have no place in sports, and it's high time for all involved to advocate for a culture rooted in respect and empathy. Hamilton's call to action serves as a vital reminder to use platforms responsibly and to uplift rather than tear down. Facing the pressures of modern motorsport is no easy feat, especially for today's drivers. As they navigate the complexities of competition, they also contend with an increasingly demanding environment outside the track. Earlier this month, the FIA boldly addressed the troubling issue of online abuse that athletes face, underlining the severity of this growing problem in motorsports. Following a harrowing moment for driver Dunn, who found himself overwhelmed by negative commentary after a crash at the Monaco Grand Prix, the FIA and several top-tier racing series came together to condemn such toxicity online. This united front, supporting their message through social media, demonstrates a commitment to protecting the athletes not only during races, but also in their everyday lives. The FIA's statement reflected a shared urgency, urging everyone, fans and competitors alike, to embrace respect and kindness. At the heart of it all, there are humans, the statement emphasized, reminding us that behind the helmets are individuals deserving of understanding and respect. Shifting gears in the fast-paced world of Formula One, news is always moving. Recently, Ferrari announced a significant change for their lineup in Austria, offering fans a thrilling glimpse into the ever-evolving strategies of the sport. Meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton spoke candidly about his team's challenges, illustrating the ups and downs that come with F1 racing. "It's like in any marriage, you have your ups and downs," he remarked, hinting at the realities faced by teams as they strive to be at the top of their game. And if you're on the fence about the upcoming F1 movie, there are 6 reasons highlighted by experts that make it a must-see for fans. Each story unfolds on the track, revealing the passionate commitment drivers pour into their sport during every race, every victory, and even through the setbacks. As we look at the trajectory of this thrilling season, the Australian Grand Prix is on everyone's radar. With changes in lineups and intense fan engagement, it's a defining moment not just for teams, but for the sport itself. Each race brings fresh narratives that captivate fans and keep the excitement alive. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the world of F1, continuing to unravel the highs and lows, ensuring you stay updated on all the breaking news and stories that keep motorsport alive and thriving. Lando Norris has been a key driver for McLaren since his Formula One debut in 2019. Recently, however, the excitement turned sour when Norris collided with his teammate Oscar Piastri during the Canadian Grand Prix. The incident unfolded as Norris attempted to overtake Piastri, leading to a collision that left both drivers shaken. Commentator Ted Kravitz offered insight into the situation, noting the silver lining in this mishap. He highlighted that the drivers were battling over 4th and 5th places rather than for a win, which could have amplified the stakes. McLaren faced a challenging weekend at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, marking one of their toughest moments in the F1 2025 championship. Although Piastri managed to qualify 3rd, he was quickly passed by Kimi Antonelli and spent the final laps fending off Norris, who was performing better by comparison. As they raced side by side, Norris made a bold move for an overtaking opportunity. Unfortunately, he misjudged the gap, colliding with Piastri's McLaren. This careless mistake resulted in a broken front wing for Norris and forced him to retire from the race completely. Meanwhile, Piastri, after a cautious pit stop beneath the safety car, managed to secure a respectable 4th place finish. In the aftermath of the crash, Norris took responsibility, immediately apologizing over the radio and expressing regret to both his team and Piastri. His admission of guilt resonated with McLaren's team principal, Andrea Stella, who acknowledged that the incident was primarily on Norris. He emphasized the importance of accountability, stating that this incident cost Norris crucial championship points. Moving forward, Stella indicated that there will be discussions between the drivers to ensure clarity and prevent future mishaps. He mentioned the need for a calm and reflective conversation to address the racing margins that must be preserved. As McLaren looks ahead, their drivers must find a balance between aggressive racing and maintaining team unity. The interplay between Norris and Piastri will be scrutinized closely, especially after this tense moment on track. The road to recovery for the team is undoubtedly a long one, with lessons to be learned and applied in future races. Fans will be watching intently as McLaren works to regain their competitiveness, while ensuring that teamwork remains a top priority. In the midst of intense racing, the McLaren team faces a critical moment regarding teamwork and competition. After an incident between teammates Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri at the Canadian Grand Prix, questions arise about racing strategies and the dynamics within the team. According to pit lane reporter comments, it seems that the rivalry, though fierce, was not about winning the race, but rather the battle for 4th place. The consequences led to Lando making a misjudgment, showcasing the delicate balance drivers must maintain on the track. Andrea Stella, McLaren's team principal, hinted at upcoming discussions to ensure better communication and strategy amongst teammates. It's been noted that pushing too hard can lead to repercussions, and it begs the question, what was the intention behind Lando's aggressive approach? Was it about establishing dominance after his recent victory, or simply the spirit of racing? As this situation unfolds, the team must navigate this internal conflict carefully to avoid larger issues down the line. Reflecting on the incident, it's perhaps fortunate that the clash occurred while fighting for fourth place, resulting in a relatively minor points loss for Lando. Yet, with a 22-point deficit to Oscar in the Drivers' Championship, the pressure is mounting, and any future missteps could have greater consequences. In light of this situation, McLaren is rallying behind Lando, emphasizing their full support to help him bounce back from the disappointment of the clash. As the F1 world continues to buzz with updates and news, both fans and the team will be eager to see how they navigate this pivotal moment. Amidst these tensions, the support from fellow drivers and the F1 community has been unwavering, with Lando even leading tributes to a beloved presenter as the sport faces changes. Racing is as much about camaraderie as it is about competition. Finding that balance will be crucial for McLaren's success moving forward. As we look ahead, every race will be a step towards understanding the dynamics of teamwork and competition within the high-octane world of Formula One. With ongoing excitement and drama, the journey continues, and fans won't want to miss a moment of the action. Max Verstappen and George Russell have had quite the tumultuous relationship off the track, and things reached a boiling point recently following a series of incidents that caught everyone's attention, especially within the Red Bull camp. In Canada, just after the Spanish Grand Prix collision between these two drivers, Russell found himself in the spotlight again. After a collision where Verstappen earned 3 penalty points, Van Buren, a Red Bull simulator driver, directly questioned Russell's actions, stating he needs to reflect on his behavior. The drama unfolded on a pivotal moment during the race in Canada. Russell was in the lead when a late safety car was deployed after Lando Norris's unfortunate crash. As drivers typically do, he tried to warm up his tires while behind the safety car. However, during this process, he hit the brakes sharply, leading to Verstappen sailing past him in a surprising move. Russell quickly took to the team radio, voicing his frustration that Verstappen had overtaken him under safety car conditions, which isn't allowed. It was a tense moment, one where the stewards had the option to take action against Verstappen. Had they chosen to do so, it could have impacted his position in the race and potentially cost him valuable championship points. Luckily for the reigning world champion, no action was taken. But the controversy didn't stop there. Van Buren, watching from the sidelines, was unimpressed by Russell's approach. In an interview, he expressed his irritation at Russell's maneuvers, stating that if someone had attempted such tactics on him, he would have felt the same way, irked. He remarked, "If you need that to take points away from people, you should just look at yourself and win it on the track." Adding to the rising tension, Red Bull's team boss Christian Horner also weighed in, openly criticizing Russell. He accused him of having ulterior motives and questioned his sportsmanship. This escalated to Red Bull launching a formal protest against Russell's behavior, citing Article 55.5 of the sporting regulations, known for addressing unsporting behavior. The fallout from this drama has implications not only for the reputations of the drivers involved, but also for the broader F1 community. As teams and drivers navigate this competitive landscape, it's evident that every action on the track can spark intense scrutiny and debate. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this saga and see how the dynamics between these two drivers evolve in the upcoming races. What are your thoughts on George Russell's actions? Should he have done things differently, or was he justified? Comment below and join the discussion. In the aftermath of the race, the FIA stewards made a decisive move by rejecting the protest against Russell, deeming it unfounded. This allowed George Russell to celebrate his first victory of the season, significantly reducing the gap in the standings to just 19 points behind Max Verstappen. The competition is heating up as Russell chases third place, currently occupied by McLaren teammates Oscar Pastri and Lando Norris. The conversation surrounding Russell's tactics didn't end there. Van Buren weighed in, questioning the necessity of such maneuvering when Russell was already performing commendably. He remarked on Russell's tire-saving strategies and the skill shown during his victory, highlighting the achievement of his teammate finishing third. Many, including former F1 driver Ralf Schumacher, condemned Russell's actions during the race in Montreal, referring to his aggressive strategy as a near foul. Schumacher noted that Russell's braking move behind the safety car was an assertive reminder to Verstappen that he too understands the rules of the game. He even suggested that Verstappen would have approached the situation with more finesse. Schumacher emphasized that while Russell's drive showcased his determination to win, it also raised eyebrows regarding the lengths he would go to secure victory. Shifting gears, there's buzz about potential talks involving Verstappen's side, as hinted by Rosberg. This adds another layer of intrigue to the already tight competition in the racing world. Amidst this drama, don't forget to catch up on the latest F1 news, including updates on Daniel Ricciardo, as he makes a surprise appearance alongside championship leader Oscar Piastri during a lively game of padel. With so much happening both on and off the track, the F1 community is left buzzing with anticipation for what's next. The dynamics among these remarkable athletes continue to evolve, and fans are eager to witness the unfolding drama in the upcoming races. What are your thoughts on the fierce competition and Russell's controversial strategies? Should he have approached the race differently? We want to hear your opinions, so comment below and dive into the discussion.